So the pool project is finally completed. I just want to give you a little tour of how we finished it. If you saw my videos before, I had a video of the very beginning, how we dug out this whole section and prepared and what it looked like before, and then how we actually built the pool. So now in the last video the planter wasn't done, so I'll kind of show you what we did there. But so go see the other two videos if you want more information on the actual process. But if you remember, we have this is the slopey part of the mountain that is a lot of rock that we couldn't plant anything in. So we basically would be looking at, you know, that over there if we didn't do anything. So we decided to put up these planters and that fountain, which I'll put on in a minute, but it's kind of loud, so you won't be able to hear me over it. And so the planters do two purposes. They hide all of the ugly land, and they house our solar cover. So I'll bring you back and show you that. And we had to, you know, our property, it dips right here too, so we built this little small planter, which we still haven't put the sod in there to finish the grass, but so that kind of holds up the land right there. So these are self-watering planters. Here is the feeding or watering hole for this one, and I'll put a link to the actual YouTube video that I used to do those. So far so good. Here's what it looks like back here. So this is the cool part. This is something that Jim came up with, and his brilliant engineering mind thought of, because we use our solar cover every day. It retains heat really well, and the pool right now is 85 degrees, and it's been in the 80s pretty much since we opened it. This is what our yard looks like. Isn't it great? It's very difficult to deal with. There's the mountain. So here's all of our equipment, and then we left this void under here so we can put on and off the solar cover, and you can see the little space that it goes in and out of right here. So we just pull it out when we want to put it on, and then we just roll it up when we don't want to. So it was ingenious, because it's very difficult to store one of these. So that's how we did that. We used white oak quarter sawn lumber for all of the wood, which is extremely weather resistant. And there is a local guy around here called the Woodsman who provided all the wood. I think it was all like $800, which is crazy cheap. And then the fountain is just like tile from Home Depot, really cheap. So, you know, this whole thing, I think we figured it costs, with the bushes and everything, around $2,500, including the fountain mechanism, all the wood, the structure, the wheel to wrap up the solar cover, all the plants, the dirt that's in the plants, all of the piping that's in the planter. So there's quite a bit that went into it, but it's not a huge investment if you do it yourself. All right, so here is the fountain, and it is a little louder than we thought it would be, and I think part of the reason for that is because it's quite a distance from the pool. If we had put it closer to the pool, I think it would have been quieter, but at the same time, It's kind of cool having it up high because the grandkids and our kids actually go behind the fountain, kind of hang out back there. So it's like a little novelty. And the final thing, we opened this pool and wondered what it was going to look like underneath when we did, because we've never opened a pool before. And it had a lot of pollen, a ton of pollen. It was very yellow. But other than that, it was clear. And our saltwater system is doing the job, keeping everything in order. I mean, we hardly have to do anything to take care of it. So I think I've put a little borax in to adjust the pH. Other than that, no chemicals are used in this pool. We did have to add a little bit of salt, a bag, I think, at the beginning, but that was it. And we have this is our vacuum, which we just got in Yper. And still unsure of whether we're gonna keep it. It was only $130, so we might just use it for this season. But it's cordless, as you could see. So you just drop it in, it runs for 90 minutes, and cleans the pool pretty well when it's not super dirty. To just do regular maintenance, it seems to be great. If you have a leafy, dirty pool, I would not buy that. But if you have minor spiders and things, that little bit of dirt on the bottom, it's probably good. So there you have it. And here's our view that we get to look at when we swim. So we love it. We use it every day. I actually just checked the temperature and the pool water is 91 degrees. And oh, here's a funny thing. We built solar heaters, which I will show you. This is a big mess right now over here, so don't look too closely. But here, we built these solar heaters following a YouTube video, and clearly you see they're not attached because the pool is just too warm right now without them. So they'll be going in the fall. So stay tuned.